Hi everyone, today we're going to be doing this porcupine pin cushion. So these are the fabric we'll be using. This is the other one for the waist. So I'm going to be using wording. I'm not using foam, I'm using wording. So this is the pieces of the wording that I've used before. I'm using this for this project. Now I'm not going to waste it. So we're going to use either cotton or polyester. Okay, so this is what I'm using now. Okay, this is it. I'm going to be using this for the cushion. Okay, and then I'm going to be using elastic. I'm going to be using thread to match. So please subscribe to my channel, okay, for more of this kind of videos. So this fabric is round, as you can see, it's round, and I have two of it. This is two of it. Okay, so we're going to be using two of it. So for this fabric I used let's measure it is 3.5 inches for the width. Okay, the width is 3.5 inches. So I'm using this elastic. Just use the elastic to measure around your arm or your wrist. Okay, but if you still really want to know the actual measurement, I'm going to be measuring it so that you see. So I used this measurement, that is 8.5 inches. For if you not watch the video for my wristband, please, I'm going to leave the link so that you check how to make a beautiful wristband, get a vivid explanation of how to make it. So the length of this fabric is 3.5 by 16, and I have a matching thread. Okay, so this is the wording that I've placed it around. I'm going to be sewing it around one of the fabric. So I've separated the fabric. I'm sewing it around the fabric like so. So just sew it like this. Okay, just sew it around. Make sure it is secured on the base fabric. This fabric is going to be on the base of the cushion. Okay, so I've sewn it now. Okay, so finished sewing up. I'm going to be sewing it round again. I've made the other part of the fabric, so I'm sewing it round like this. But we are not going to finish sewing everything. I just left the part open. Okay, so I'm going to sew it round. That is the fabric, not the wording again. As you can see, I'm sewing the fabric, the two fabric. I'm sewing the outer, no, the inner part together, but the right part of the fabric is facing the right part. So I'll sew it like this and then leave an opening for the turning over. I'm going to turn this I'm going to turn it inside out. Okay, so this is it. I'm going to be turning it now. So turning this out now, I have the base fabric with the wording. I'm putting this remaining wording inside, okay, so that to solidify the base again. You don't need to throw away your wording, okay, after working. So this is it. I'm using the pieces. This is what you do when you have pieces of wording. This is what you do with it. You make pin cushion with it. So I'm using these pieces of the wording. My pins have gone missing a lot. I'm using this cotton. Okay, I'll be infusing this in. You can use polyester or cotton. Okay, so I'm infusing this one now so that to give it this cushion like uh effect. Infuse it, just infuse everything and make sure it is well filled up. So this part now I'm going to be sewing it with my needle and thread. Just get my needle and thread. Okay, so I'm sewing this now to make sure it is closed, well closed. So just sew it very well. As you can see, this thread is doubled. Okay, so I'm sewing this with a doubled thread and matching thread. As you can see, here we go. So which one? Alina's Fashion. Subscribe to my channel if you're new to this channel. You don't need to let your pins fly around again. I've lost many pins. I've bought pins more than once. Okay, so I know that with this cushion, this pin cushion, you won't be missing most of your pins again. Like when I used to keep it in container, I know this will really help me to keep my pins in place. I don't need to start sourcing for my pins from the ground when I can just use and put it back in the cushion, or take it out when I want to use it and put it back, not putting it in the container where it can easily pour over and scatter everywhere. And that can be a dangerous, can be a hazard to your workshop, okay? And especially if you have apprentice and children roaming about like mine. So you just need to make this and have something beautiful for yourself, and something that will be of good safety to your workshop. So I've finished sewing this. I'm cutting it out. As you can see, it's beautiful. It's we are bringing out the cushion of the porcupine now. This is so nice. Somebody gave it the name porcupine wristband. Okay, porcupine wristband pin cushion. So now we're going to be using this fabric for the wrist. Okay, I'm sewing down here like this. I'll take it to the sewing machine, fold it in like this. Okay, fold it like this, then you sew it. Here is it. I'm sewing it. So yeah, is it, just sew it down. Okay, this is part of the, just watch the video. You really need to see the video for the wristband. So beautiful, so beautiful and easy to make. And this is an export to the video, this part of the sewing. Okay, so you're going to be sewing this down. After you sew it like this, you turn it. So I'm turning it now. The sewn parts will be inside the, as in the inseam. I'm going to be turning it inside, okay, so that it will be inside while this other part will be outside. I'm going to be inserting my elastic. Okay, insert the elastic in it and then sew the two ends of the elastic like this. Fold it and sew it. Just fold it like this and sew. So I'm going to be sewing the elastic like this. Okay, so we'll sew it like this. Make sure that it is secured. So after sewing the elastic, I'll be closing it also. So I'll close the wristband. Okay, so I finished sewing it. I'm going to be closing the wristband. After closing the wristband, I'm going to be putting the cushion on it. I'm going to be putting the pin cushion on the wristband. So that will be all. So just watch out. I'm going to be doing this. Sewing close the wristband. I'm not sewing on the elastic. I'm just sewing on the fabric. Okay. So just sew on the fabric round all the open part. Just sew it together. Sew it like this. Sew it, make sure they are well secured. Sew the fabric alone like this. So I'm putting the pin cushion on it now. Then I'm going to be, so this is it. Just sew it, sew it as much as you can. So I'm going to be giving this a good stitch. Okay, with the needle and thread. Like I said, I doubled the thread so that it will be firm. Okay, so this is it, our porcupine cushion, porcupine pin cushion. Okay, haha. So here we go. We just keep sewing until we know that it's secured. Just until you know that it's secured. That's basically everything. Alina's fashion really wants you to know how to make your pin cushion in your own house or wherever you are watching from in any part of the world. So I'm glad you watched to this particular stage of the video. Please like my video. You can watch other videos that I've made. Like my video, comment. If you're new, please subscribe to Alina's Fashion. I'm so glad to explain to you how to make this porcupine pin cushion. So here we are. I'm going to be I'm going to be tying this now, okay? And then make sure it's well secured. Then I'll be fixing the pin so that you see that we have a new pin cushion now. So here we go, just making the knot here. Make a good knot there so that it won't be able to loosen anytime. So here we have a porcupine pin cushion. Hooray! So this is my pin. It has reduced to this level, as you can see. I've had this pin like twice. I've bought this pin much more. Everything just disappeared. But with this cushion, I can be rest assured that my pin won't get missing at any time. Thanks for watching Alina's Fashion.
Thanks for watching.